Woodward and his wife Ann McClure of this little cemetery called Wesleyana Cemetery. And this is on Wesleyana Road outside of Appleton, Tennessee. Okay, this is Paul Tillman Woodward Sr.'s tombstone in the cemetery. Wife Ann McClure's. Greenwood Cemetery outside Chattanooga. This is the tombstone of grandmother and granddaddy. And on the other side of it is where Uncle George Willis is buried, and Aunt Thelma will be buried. And then next to this is where your great-grandfather Woodward and grandmother Woodward were buried. Grandmother and granddaddy Stevens is buried. Over there on the hill is where grandmother and granddaddy Woodward Hyder is buried. And this is in Greenwood Cemetery right outside Chattanooga. Headstone. And she was a very godly woman. Mama and Papa Stevens is where Dr. Anderson is buried, and this is, as you can see, where Chichi will be buried. And right above this is this monument called the Garden of Peace. Mama and Papa. Across the road is where Uncle Charlie Spriggs is buried, and where Catherine Spriggs will be buried. And this is where the Gregories, and who was Ben Gregory was Catherine's brother, and the Armstrong, Nell Armstrong, is Catherine's sister. And this is where they'll be buried. Where all the Woodwards and Stevens are buried. This cemetery has shown the importance of life and death by putting in here a replica of the tomb where Jesus was buried. Of course, there you see the doors rolled back from the tomb. And then just up the hill, we'll pan slowly up here, is a replica of the resurrected Lord Jesus Christ. So if we want to be resurrected after we die, and we want to have eternal life, we need to follow him and trust in him. This is outside of Marion, or in Marion, Virginia, and this is just outside the town. And this is in a cemetery called well, it's called the City Cemetery. One of the Lincoln plots up on the top of the hill where some of our relatives are buried. We were related to the Lincolns, to Charles Lincoln, and this is his monument, of Maria Louisa Woodward, who was a very devout Christian woman and who would have been my great aunt. And she was the first postmistress of Appleton, Tennessee, and sister to Paul Tillman Woodward. Kay Woodward is buried. She only lived a few years, and she's buried in the same plot, along with other Lincolns. Lincoln is on the side of the monument. Lucius Grave Lincoln, who died the same year he was born, and George Montgomery Lincoln. Charles Francis Lincoln, who was born in Massachusetts and died here in Marion. Born in 1830 and died in, I guess, 1891. Clark Lincoln, born in 1832 and died in 1917. And all these are in the same plot here in Marion, Virginia. The Lincoln Mausoleum, where Harriet Lincoln and Charles Lincoln Jr. and Martha Lincoln and Dorothy. No, that's not the one. This is where Charles F. Lincoln, Harriet Lincoln are buried, I think. Or maybe I'm getting them mixed up with the others. But this is just some of the relatives here in Marion, Virginia. Virginia, it's a very old town, but it's a very beautiful town. They've kept it up. There's some beautiful homes here. And they have a beautiful new library. And this is where they decided they wanted to be buried. As you can see, a very beautiful place. This is Marion, Virginia. Plot with some of the family members buried here. Virginia, and this is at the Stonewall Jackson Cemetery in Lexington. Woodward and Nathaniel all lived for a time. Paul Woodward was married to Eliza McClure here, and the McClures are buried in this cemetery. Stonewall Jackson, and this is where he's buried, inside of this cemetery, which dates back to even into the 1700s. And you can see many of the old graves that are here. It's a very pretty cemetery, very historical cemetery. Is the McClure family plot, and these are the parents of, I believe it is Paul Tillman Woodward Sr.'s wife's family. And of course, she and Paul Tillman are buried in Atherton, Tennessee, and this is the place where her parents are buried. The father, John Edmondson McClure, and he lived till November 1873. It says at the bottom, "Whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die." Hannah McClure, and she died in 1869. I believe these are her parents. Farm of Thomas and Edna Vernon in rural Retreat, Virginia. And this is where my father and Aunt Thelma used to come as children and play. And right now it's dusk, so you might not see so much, but it's a beautiful place. And over there is where their home is now. Sunset. Here is a closer view of the house. This is where the Woodwards came in the summertime, kind of as a retreat. And it's still standing. And this is where, like I say, my father and Aunt Thelma always came, and it's just a beautiful part of Virginia. Up view of the house, which doesn't look like it's occupied right now. This is off the porch, looking down toward the stream. Apple tree that used to be by this house, and now it's a recent hurricane brought it down. To the house, and I can just picture my father having a great time out here with Aunt Thelma. The house is not in use now. No one lives here. And of course, this family has been put in since. And this wood, it's the natural grain of the wood. The second floor window. And this is a home that was built by George Neff, one of the pioneer settlers in this area. House, and this fenced-in area here is probably where the slave houses were. Because back in the 18th century, before the Civil War, there were, our family had slaves. Some of the last of the apple trees, that used to be an apple orchard here. And this is where Daddy and Thelma used to play. Daddy fell out of an apple tree and over to this little grove and hurt himself, and he made Thelma promise that he would not tell anyone. And these are what's left of the apple groves. You can hear the water. Daddy and Thelma and all the Woodwards used to play here along with the Neffs.
from the east side of the
on the estate here, and which is probably 200 years old, put together with pegs, and you can see the logs in it. This is on top of the hill up at the Vernon home, and there's the old Neff home and the barn that was built the same year that Edna was born. There's the city of Rural Retreat. On back some of the countryside. There's an old home that's down there, about 1700s. There's another old one over there in the barn, and it was on the Brown, I guess, the Brown farm. My father knew the Browns. The year that Edna was born, and then right down here is the home of Odin Neff, and this is where my father and Aunt Thelma and all them would come, in addition to the other place. View of the Odin Neff home, and some of our pictures are of people on the front porch. And this is where Daddy and Thelma, all of them used to come. And then here's some of the countryside looking out from it. And there's that the old Neff home from on the other side. St. Paul's Lutheran Church in Rural Retreat, Virginia. And this is a historical cemetery right next to it where the Neffs, part of the family, are buried. Tombstone of George Neff, a pioneer settler in this area, who was born, I think born in Germany, or his ancestors were, but he came here from Pennsylvania. And then this is a grave of Michael Neff, and then two other Neffs. Marker. And here's Thomas B. Neff. And here is Agnes Neff. And here is Major Martin Neff. And then here is Virginia A. Neff, but really she was a Woodward. She was Paul Tillman Woodward's sister, I believe. And she first married a Neff, and then she married a Major Howell, and they laid her rest here. But she is a Woodward and not a Neff, except by marriage.
people. Hey, Scott.
You can keep talking.
That's true.
It's where Albert Odin Neff and his wife Minnie are buried, and here is his marker. And of course he was the one that my father and Aunt Thelma dearly loved, and my father was named after him, and of course I'm named after him too. And then this is where his wife Minnie H, I believe it's Huddle or Huddleston, is buried. And this is Rural Retreat, Virginia. Side of Johnson City, Tennessee. all the way into North Carolina. And you just saw how beautiful it is. How beautiful. We're in Black Mountain, and we're headed toward Montreat. This is where Mother had a summer home for about 12-15 years. To Montreat, which you all probably well remember. Present owners have taken away the staircase and look like they've finished the basement. And they painted a real pretty color. But you remember the good times we had here. And the swing is still here. Awful lot on this home. Putting a new roof on it. And it's really a pretty home. They've enclosed the back porch. And it really looks pretty. They've cleaned out part of the underbrush. And it's really pretty now. Even though we don't own it. This has now just been cut down to a very small room because they built a building here. But this is where Mother used to love to come, as well as the rest of us. And she would sit here and just pray for us. And thank the Lord for the wonderful place that He had given her. So peaceful here. Built right behind what used to be the prayer room, and now they've had this little prayer chapel, and it sits right here. There's water back in Lake Luzerne. Or Lake Susan.
Graves all out in here.
Now who's buried here?
My daddy. No, I don't know what I can do. What's the marker? It's just a little flat one. Just about this long. How tall? About this long. Flat on the ground or flat? Lay it on the ground? Entirely.
Aren't these some of your relatives? Linda?
There, I think this is too, from right here. Now someone has put a thing since I was here there. And my daddy's buried here. And they came in and buried some woman beside of him. And then my brother had his wife and 2 children was buried up in there. Mother, I've got his birthday as 1861. Yeah.
Like a footstep?
Yeah. I didn't know it was there, but it.
What kind of a man was he?
I don't know, but I wasn't 5 months old when he died.
Yeah.
He was deacon in this church up here.
This church here?
Father.
Well, that certainly speaks well of.
Records.
Huh?
They might have records.
I doubt it. It's passed on.
Did you ever see a picture of him?
Oh yeah, I've got a picture of it.
Of what?
I've got a picture of Papa.
Can you show
Now
it
he
to me?
was. Mama always said that he was 57 years old when he died. He died in 1917. Well, his birthday would have been July the 4th. Now I don't know whether he'd been 57. 57 July the 4th or what.
Are there other people buried here? Relatives?
I have a sister-in-law and her 2 children are buried here.
And who is she?
I can't think of her name.
Molly.
Molly Fox and Bessie and Jewel were children's names.
Who was she married to? Who was she married to?
She's married to Tom.
So that was
That was Joe's.
Joe's daddy
Yeah, Joe's daddy.
and mother.
Bessie was his mother.
So you said he was 57 when he died?
Yeah,
So he was born in 59 instead of 61.
Well, did the record show 61?
I think the census records.
Isn't it amazing? Every time you ask a question or go someplace, you find more information. Correct? See, we had the wrong dates on him.
Well, and we were just going by what Mama said, and Claire. See, Claire's was 9 years old when he died.
And he would have been well, I've already looked though, he would have been in the 1860 census. Ida was her second oldest sister.
And who's next to him?
I don't have the least idea. They buried Ida over in a park here. See, there's someone buried Ida over here.
Mother, Addie Jane Jones. Addie Jane Jones. She was buried in 1917 too.
Childers?
Who is that? Was that Uncle Excel's brother or something?
No, that was XL's cousin.
Oh.
We're sitting down from the church on the left.
Huh. So y'all will come over here and play?
Yeah, we played on the church. We had a baseball diamond up there on church ground.
You did?
And we played basketball out there this side of the church.
Sure is pretty back in here. Great-granddaddy. Your great-granddaddy.
Okay.
Stand there and talk plain.
Plain like country.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Plain like not hard to ow, Molly.
Fredmore Road.
But I went. Savannah, her cousin. Get lost in
Susanna, are your hands clean?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, you put that up in the glass too.
Why am I high?
So take your hat off and stand next to there. Let's see you.
Yeah.
Well, see the color of your hair.
They don't know why I've got this hat on, do you?
No, why do you have a hat on?
You don't have red hair anymore.
That's right. It's blonde on the top.
Well, let's see. Oh, it's yeah.
Yeah, y'all turn around. Both of you turn around backwards. Turn all the way around.
Where is it blonde on the
Turn
top?
around slowly. Turn around. Look at that. Look at that.
Isn't it more blonde? Or it's like a...
Okay, you turn all the way around.
Your house must be out. Yeah.
You had it,
He's doing pretty good.
you had it trimmed,
About
didn't
the
you?
same. About the same.
So what are you doing for yourself? How old are you now?
25.
We should sit down and
I'm 7.
You are?
6.
I'm gonna let you. I don't.
Dad, are you not in? Well, that's under debate right now. We're going to leave either tomorrow or early Thursday.
Okay. Well, if you're going to be here tomorrow night or something, call me and message on my SMC tomorrow here today. I'll check this out.
Okay.
We're gonna clean out the refrigerator tomorrow. We'll have a good supper.
Y'all have a good trip. Be careful going back if I don't see you before you leave.
Okay. I'm serious. Come see us.
Okay.
You're always welcome.
Well, I have trouble getting to see Mama and Daddy. Daddy moved to North Carolina.
I just heard that. South Carolina, didn't he?
North Carolina.
North.
Living right on the coast. Beaufort, North Carolina.
Okay.
Working in a big plant.
Well, then, if we move to Chattanooga, you can come right through Chattanooga on the way to see us.
Well, see, if I do that, if I go up to see him on my vacation, he sends me some airplane tickets to frequent flyer.
Oh, great.
So I would fly free.
You have a girlfriend?
Hey,
Huh?
hey,
More than one?
haven't found anyone I'm real serious about yet.
You will in time.
I'm looking for the right one. Too many people in too big a hurry.
That's right.
See you later.
Okay, we love you. Tammy, a few words. Give me a few
We're
words.
gonna win.
Oh.
Those are good words. Those are
Here.
good. Okay.
We sell copies for $300.
Coach, I like your hair, Linda. Mom, you can do it. Watch the ball. Watch it all the way, Lynn. Keep your eye on the ball, Lynn. Come on, Lynn. Come on, Lynn. Oh.
Okay, Steven. Just hit the ball, guy.
Don't try to swing too hard. Come on,
Not too hard. Just
Steven.
hit it.
Just watch it. Oh. Steven, you good try. Come on, Steven, you can do it.
This vacation did
Don't
Steven
try
in.
to do it. Just try to hit it.
All right, Chet, here, come see it.
Good. Good swinging. Watch the ball straight. Watch that ball. Oh. Good try, Steven. Good swinging, Steven. You'll get it next time. You'll get it next time. That's the worst thing I can do. Come on, Blake, you can do it. Come on, Blake, watch the ball. This is the best it's felt all day.
Oh, come on, guy.
Bring it level. Don't try to hit it too hard. Yes.
Hat, look, go. Find your hat, go. Jeremy.
Dad's t-shirt, don't worry about it.
Somebody go get the clubs.
No, I got the easy in my purse. It's all right.
Yes. Four runs. Come on, BJ. Now can we rumble?
Yes!
Now can we rumble?
Yes! That's it, yeah! Yeah! Thank you. Congratulations, Jake. Hey, good ball game, buddy. Appreciate it. Good job, Brent. Good game, Coach.
Congratulations. I love it. I want to stay.
Good job, man.
Good job.
Few words.
We are the best team. Don't you ever forget it.
With the best coaches.
Don't you get so excited.
Right. I'm cool as a cucumber, right?
Yeah.
All right. Appreciate it. My father, bud. This is
We're on! Patty, we're on! We won!
Aaron. Big love in front of you. Through.
Jordan.
Come get it. Come get it. Right there.
All right, Aaron.
Either he thought he was throwing it to the coach or he didn't raise his arm.
That's
All right, Jordan. Look at him. Oh, we need him. Relax and have fun.
Here, Mom!
Ready, infield. Get ready for this game.
Aaron. I want to play. Enough.
Come on, guys. Let's go. Be tough. Go, Guys, we had a terrible night, but let me tell you something. Y'all had a great year. You did great. You got second place. You are a very good team. I want you all to applaud yourselves because you are the greatest team.
All right.
Are we going to be, next year we're going to be in the same team?
We'll see. Hey, no, really. Y'all are the greatest team there ever will be. Y'all are the greatest players. All together now. Who are we? All together.
Let's go!
Okay, no, wait a minute. Those guys get drinks first. You wait for them. Okay?
We usually don't get Dad.
Well, then go
They didn't have any pressure on him.
After the game, I'll give you one.
Well, why are you telling her this? So that our drinks will be paid for today? Yeah, so she'll be reminded. Okay.
This is the third time we have played the Patriots, right?
Yeah.
And this is a final game with the Patriots for first place.
Yeah, if we win.
This is what? Tell me on film.
This will be the fourth time we have played the Patriots
And this game is for
tournament.
the championship.
No, ain't for nothing. We don't get no trophies. We don't get nothing.
Don't get her started.
Hey, Jordan!
Make sure you got the glove open,
who hasn't got the shirt wet? Right here. Shirt's wet. Get in there, Lance, and hand it to me.
Okay, I'm next.
Big shirt. Come on.
Did they win? Yes. Y'all be back at 5?
Yep.
They won. Now we're gonna play it one round. Good game, you guys. Good game, all right? Good call.
Come on, Ryan, we've got to go. Come here.
Stephen, I'm